Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to our daily stock market insights. Let me see. And today we're going to talk about how the market performed for May 6, 2020. Although it's already May 7, time now is 12:10 in the morning. And I'm glad we still have people who are willing to join the group study tonight. Thank you guys for joining. Let's wait for a few minutes as we invite more friends to join us tonight. Okay, in the meantime, I'll go ahead and fix our chart here. Okay, if you have questions and requests, go ahead and feel free to drop a comment here. Hi, good morning, Carlos and Vian. You guys are still awake. We are so workaholic. Let me check out a message here. Today we received a message from Dianetic. Dianetic from our Instagrams. She wanted us to review fgen and ICT. There you have it. So she will be our first requester for tonight. fgen and ICT. Okay. Yep, Carlos, MPI, and Meg. Have you taken profit on your MPI, Carlos? Halaka. I work night shift, so I am multitasking right now. Wang said hi, Miss JD. Okay. They wouldn't know because you're working from home, I bet, Carlos. Huh. Okay. Now, or you are the boss. Two things. All right, let's go ahead and uh, review the first set of requests. Okay, so Vian has Abba. Okay. RRHI for Wang and Web, of course, and VLL for Vian. Not yet. Average price for MPI is 2.5. Okay. So let's see if we'll see some more bullish movements for MPI. Work from home. All right. So let's continue, and let me check out PSEI first. Okay, so just holding on to the current position. We're sitting at the MA20 for PSEI here, and let's see if it will sustain and hold at the support level. As you see, while our price is moving upwards, and MP and MA20 is also moving upwards, so that will act as our support. And currently, we managed to hold on to that, and that's another thing to watch out for by tomorrow if we have a good bounce there. In the meantime, we're just sitting at the support level. Let me plot the support in this area. Okay. So the next move or next stop could be fgen. Fgen also, in an ascending triangle. So let me put that here, and let's use the ascending MA20 line as our support area as well. But I have to do it something like this because that is the overall direction of our line here, to be specific. All right, so our main trigger is when we break the upper line here, which acts as our resistance, then we can say we have a potential breakout play here wherein the price will continue to move up, retest your support, and then continue further upwards. That's for fgen. ICT just it went back to your MA20 line, and so far in the past, actually for a month now, right? Almost a month. This stock is just moving, in a specific range, and it is respecting the MA20 line. So I would say we can also do something like this, similar to what we did in our previous stock. Let's use this as our there. Okay, we also have an ascending, so if it moves up upward, your resistance and your support should also follow. Okay, so just do that and let's follow that. Okay, so currently that is the path that this stock is trying to follow. Now, since we are just sitting at the support level, which is the yellow line here, your trigger tomorrow is if it breaks out of that, and let's say the sentiment is going down, then that means you might have a bearish signal in the coming days. Although this is slightly higher than this the MA20 line, but because you have this, it's also in an ascending. So let's plot this as our possible support here. Okay, so that is your trigger. But if we have a bounce, the next possible resistance is also right in this area. So it's following that kind of movement as of the moment. The next one is MPI. So this is interesting. So I feel that MPI will, we had a gap up here, right? We had a gap up yesterday, and normally we all know that if there's a gap up, chances are the price will revisit that area, and it will fill the gap. So I'd like to be a little conservative, and I'd say this will potentially revisit this gap to fill this space over here. So you can actually haggle around 2.61 because that's where the MA20 line is. So, but ultimately, I feel that we might have an opportunity to get in once again at a much cheaper price. It could be around 255 to 260 level. So I think I know who was that. Carlos, you entered at 2.5 area. Yes, but overall, I just feel that it will revisit that and then bounce right after. So if you want to get in and add more volume, that would be a good opportunity, as I feel. Okay, I could be wrong. I feel that the market will revisit this line and allow us to add more volume onto our stocks. Uh-huh. Hello, Leia Verai. Leia Verai, our friend. Okay. Uh, her kid is actually the one dialed in here. Si Prince to. Where's your mom? Is she asleep now? Anyway, so good evening, Marco. Let's add your request. Prince, are you trying to study stock market as well? So that's a good practice or initiative. And then URC from Marco as well. Hello, Miss JD. Hi, Luther. Video and gtcap. And good evening, Miss JD. GMA7 from Geraldo. GMA7. Oh no, I've seen the candlestick today for GMA7. Cebu Pacific SM and Pizza. Robert, good morning, guys. Good morning. She's still working. Okay, Prince, your mom is still working. Okay. Please support my friend's channel, guys. Leia Verai. She also has a channel. Alright, so let us continue with Meg. There's a slight movement to the upside for Meg, although this is a red, and I think it just respected the MA20 line right now. We're in while we are moving below that level, an MA20 can act as a resistance, and that is what happened in today's market. Price touches the MA20 and then there was a rejection. Therefore, I'd stay at the same support area for the stock just in case it revisits the same line. So far, your RSI is still at a healthy level. It's just around 45. So just be a little conservative here. In case the market gives you a chance at 251, that's where you enter, or anywhere from 251 to 263, that already is a good haggle, a good haggle for you. Next is Abba. Abba is a bounce. Nice bounce over here. Right. And yes, we actually have a support at the area where it bounced. You know why? This one over here, this as well, there was a very near that area, and then here, and this used to be a support. This used to be a resistance, and then a support over here. Therefore, I feel that could be, the market might give us a chance at 0.54, but the next course of action here is potential bullish movement. Okay, you have a higher volume compared to previous days volume, so I feel that it will continue to move up. Just haggle at 0.54, which is a support level that we see at the moment. RRHI. Okay, so this one over here is sitting at a very, this is a resistance area that I see. We have not broken out of the resistance yet. Okay, so that is the line that I see. And compared to, okay, so the selling volume here is higher, and then there was a slight recovery, but look at the volume. It did not pick up. The volume did not pick up, so I feel that people probably are already considering taking profit, or they feel that it might revisit your MA20 line over here. So let us use this. Let's make an ascending triangle again and use this as our marker, right? So if we break, which is also a possibility, if we break this line, then we have a breakout play. It has to first, one full candlestick has to end outside of that yellow line before we can say it is an official breakout play. Then chances are it will do the same, okay? It will revisit your possible support and then create another higher high this time. Prince, it's confusing, but you have to start early. Prince is just first year high school. Are you first year high school now, Prince? And it's already late, you have to sleep. Web over here, I feel that this is already a possible bounce for web. It's just that you see this again, there's a gap over here, but it slightly filled that, but we're just halfway. Just in case, I'm a little bit worried though, because this might fill this gap over here. So let's just use the MA20 line, guys. Just again, conservative approach, just in case the market pulls back, touches this line, and continues to swing upwards. But overall, I think it hopefully it won't break the 240, but I don't think by tomorrow it will break that. But definitely, I feel that there's a big chance that it will touch the 240 and then swing to the upside again, because we have our support here. Okay, this will support the line that we have plotted here. Okay, right. So 240 to 259. That would be a good entry price. Next is VLL. VLL, be extra careful. We now, although we are still at the support area, still at the safe zone, but we broke the MA20 line with a bearish sentiment here. So be mindful at the 3.93 area. If we don't have a bounce and it breaks that, then it's not a good story, as I feel it might revisit. Could be this line first before we go to this line. Okay, so those are the possible areas it could drop at. So be extra careful at the 3.93, okay? Thank you, Rosalind. Yeah, if you want to learn the stock market, join us every night. We also we have a different kind of live stream here. I teach everyone, not teach, but we have a group study, because not everything will come from me, because I also have a lot of tenured and expert traders in the house. And they're very consistent at supporting our channel. Maria said, hello, Miss JD, tell please. Okay. All right, so to continue, we have Ali. Ali over here. Okay, nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days straight of a bullish movement, but be very careful, because you're very near the short-term resistance. But you know what's interesting here is that the volume, as we move up, the volume is also picking up. So hopefully we break this and create a brand new high. And I feel that people are starting to become bullish in this stock, because we're very, the risk to reward ratio is looking attractive at the moment. Higher reward and much lower risk. And we're not far from the bottom. And in case, with Ayala being one of the major stocks in the country, people might just add more volume as it declines, because I feel personally this is already the bottom. It might just touch, worst case scenario is it will just touch this area, revisit that, and continue to bounce. But I don't think that will happen, as I feel that it will first challenge this, which is your first area of support, and then touch this first. Okay, so multiple areas we have to beat and break, and it looks like these are already strong support areas. Okay, so just hold on to your stock. This is just waiting for the right timing. I feel that we might consider this. Look, the Bollinger Band is not that expanded yet. That means it's just moving sideways, and as soon as it triggers the upper band, you will have a significant movement either to the upside, because it's triggering the upper band. But if it triggers the lower band, then of course that's when we see a significant drop. But I feel that it will trigger first the upper band, because we are already, for the past 2 days, we have been moving above the MA20 line. Do you see that? So this one over here. Okay. All right. Ali and JFC. Hello po. OMG, I think my husband will love this. Yes, please do invite your husband to watch our videos. If you're also trading the US market, I try my best to also do daily insights for Dow Jones. And yeah, rrhi, Prince. This is from Prince. Ate Julie, late congrats on 1K subs po. Yay! On our way there. I hope you can also, if you have not liked and subscribed to our channel yet, please do hit that subscribe button and like, so we can let Google know or let YouTube know that we exist. Euro. Oh, hold on. JFC first. Okay, JFC has given us a chance very near the support that we see. I'd like to plot our support at the 133 level, which is slightly lower than the MA20 line here, but since it's an area, it could just land at the exact spot where you have the MA20 line or a slight overshoot. However, I feel that this is already the support because for several days, for 5 days straight, it has been moving in this area only, and then we might have a bounce. All right. Once we're done with the pandemic, I'm pretty sure this stock will recover very quickly. Euro. So do you see the sound? It's raining in our area. I'm not sure if it's also raining in your area. The weather is so hot this afternoon, so no wonder. Anyway, for this stock, Euro, it manifested a bounce at the MA20 line here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time it touches this level, you have some slight bounce happening. And we managed to actually move as far as 3.29, but it was just revisiting it. You see, earlier I mentioned that if it breaks your previous resistance, it will create a brand new support. Something like this, right? Retest and then move up. Now, currently it's trying to do that, retesting a new support level. However, if you want to get in, my recommendation always is check for a green candlestick to come out where you have your start price around 252 and end at a much higher price. That's your confirmation that we are going to bounce. And the next one is Ma. Ma is actually giving us some signs of decline here. It's a weakness, okay? And where could we bounce? Let me see here. Okay. First area. You know what? Let me do this. I'll use the Fibonacci retracement, and we're using a weekly chart. That means for every candlestick, that is worth 1 week, guys. Okay. So if we are to plot it here and then, so these are the areas where it could potentially bounce. Okay, 2.37 if it touches that and bounce right at that area, so good. Otherwise, at the lowest, okay, the lowest area where you can catch it would be 0.618 or around 180 level. So if you are to put that, transfer it in a daily chart, where will it go? Okay, so that would be here. So if you are to ask me by tomorrow, do I see a red candlestick? I feel that there could be a red candlestick and it will first challenge your 2.37 area. If that breaks, the next would be 2.09. On a daily chart, I suggest this is your hard stop here, 2.09. If it breaks that, I don't feel confident anymore because you are way below the MA20 line. So you might be at risk there. URC, we're here. URC, trying to revisit this line, 123. Okay. Look, your volume, the volume of the decline today is not that much. People are still holding on to their stock. So I feel that we still have some, room for enough room actually from here to here. It's not yet overbought, so we still have that room for growth. In the meantime, let me use this area as our next resistance. 134 is our next resistance. Okay, 134.69. Slightly higher here, but that's already within the area of this used to be resistance, used to be a support, Used to be a support over here. See that? And a previous resistance. So I think this will create a message for us. Either it will break or it could be a resistance. BDO. BDO revisited 96.10, and actually I feel that it will continue to trigger the lower band over here. So I hope it doesn't touch the 87 anymore, but looking at the volume of your the bearish signal here is really strong. There's high volume, therefore it might go back here, 89.51. Okay, let's check that. But don't be scared, it's BDO, guys. Market is just giving us a chance at a much cheaper price. Pahabol Maxis, sure, Carlos. The next one is gtcap. Let me know if my speed is too slow or too fast. For gtcap, guys, not a good story here. Look at that. It broke the MA20 line. So what do we expect next? Some more declines. Okay. And this is the support area that I see. There's a slight overshoot here, so let's just use that as well. Could be a little higher or a slight overshoot for your support level. Like that. Okay. So use that as an area. It's just 1 peso away from each other. So in short, expect some more declines. Now, if it touches this area, let's say 398, because you see that here. So if I'm to plot this around here, okay, so let's say around here. So from here to here. Okay, so do you see that? Your RSI is still moving in an upward direction. So if in case it touches this level over here, so that becomes a double bottom, and your RSI is still looking bullish, we have a bullish divergence, then it could potentially bounce in the 398 area. Okay, so that is your trigger. Wait for it here, because definitely by tomorrow we see that happening. This one is not a good story at all. I hope you were not able to buy this at a very expensive price. Now, if I am to zoom in a little bit with a much faster time frame, if you have entered here, looking at a 15-minute chart, you could have already seen in the first 15 minutes, this could have already been your trigger that there was a massive downfall in the price. And then you were given the entire day to make a decision. Now, it's up to you. My take here is that I feel, okay, I'm not 100% confident yet because there is a gap. And when there is a gap, the price will revisit the original level, and it will fill the gap before it takes off again. So I don't feel confident. As I feel that there will be some more bearish actions for tomorrow. Okay, so who requested this? I hope you were able to exit. But I really don't know at what level you entered. Who asked this again? Anyway, so whoever entered the GMA 7, be extra careful. I hope you did not enter at the 7 peso area. Cebu Pacific. Okay, Cebu Pacific, still some hesitations from the market. It's not moving. It's not giving us some big movements here, just doing sideways all throughout. I even feel that it will touch your 44.99 or 45 level before it goes up. And this could also be an area to closely monitor, as sometimes your support can also be broken, and if that happens, it will revisit your um, bottom over here, and it will create a double bottom. Okay, so for now, instead of me plotting a resistance, I feel that the focus is really up to which point could it possibly drop. SM. All right, SM. There's a slight increase in the volume. We're very close to a short-term resistance, which is your MA20 line. So that's an area to watch out for. If we manage to cross that, then of course your next possible resistance would be here. And for now, I'm just plotting our support right here. So you're just really at the mid-range. So the market is somehow undecided. So if there is a weaker sentiment or a bearish sentiment, chances are it will touch this level once again. And all you have to do is just really wait for a cue, a signal of a possible bounce at this area. So just two areas to focus at this point. This being your support and this being your resistance. If you have more actions to the upside, then the next thing to watch out for is where could it hit next, like a ceiling. Because if it touches this, next thing you do, again, monitor. If you see signs of weakness, the first red candlestick that will come out could already be your sign of weakness, like what happened here. You had some greens, and then actually it started with this one. This could already be your trigger because this is a like a doji, and if a doji comes out at the resistance area, that could already trigger a possible change in direction. And it was validated by this bearish candlestick before it totally declined over here and over here. Okay, so watch out, watch out. This is your support and 880 is your resistance. And pizza, I miss pizza. This one too might retrace and revisit your support level. Okay, not very far from where it is at right now. It's just between 660 and 6 peso area. So find your entry price there. Hopefully the next candlestick is going to be bullish. Or also, who knows, we can just have a wick touch the 6 peso area and then most of the actions will be going up. Tell over here. Well, this could be a bounce, right? That could be a bounce, but you're very near the next resistance. This is your, that's your next resistance. Alright, you know why we plotted it there? This is the first hint, and this one is your second hint. You also had a resistance formed here, and then there's a support right there. So that is your first resistance, and then your second resistance is also very close to where it is at right now. So yeah, but if you're to ask me, this is already a bit high. Just wait for a possible retracement before you can enter. But most of our holders for TEL are actually investors, so they wouldn't mind those minor setbacks or retracements, as they know they see the bigger picture here, because the bigger picture says you are actually at a very cheap level. Do you see that? Because at one point it even reached the 3,000 level. Even if it won't reach the 3,000 level, with just let's say around this area, that's already a big, right? Big increase in the price. So don't be intimidated by the amount, which is 1,200. Comparing it with the incremental increase, because I know with this stock Each time as it moves, it is by normally around 100 or 10. Let me see. From 1226, 1237, around 10 peso on average. Right? One movement of a candlestick is at 10 peso or higher. Okay, in the meantime, yeah, look at it. For me, look at TEL as really for long-term investing. But if you can haggle because we're very near your resistance, go ahead and try to haggle around, could be around 1,226. So your call. Maxis. Maxis is trying to revisit your support area. This is a red candlestick. It might go back to your MA20 and touch that level before it goes up. Okay. Hi, Junio. Yes, I'll check out Dito. Of course, Dito is a very popular stock. Okay, Dito has given us again a chance here. We have not really broken the MA20 line, so I think it will still respect that being our support level. So if it is going to continuously move up, then of course your support will follow, okay? It should also be in an ascending direction. So currently, it is following that. If I'm to plot this, so that is your support. Okay, and then your resistance, we can plot it right here. So that is your resistance. Okay, so if it breaks that, then of course you have a breakout play, but be extra careful because we are currently sitting at a support level. So if it breaks, then that's not a good story. It might drop up to 1.74 area. Okay, 1.74 if it breaks. Alright, so use this triangle, ascending triangle, as our support. Currently, it's sitting at the support level. Okay. Any other requests, guys? You sure you don't have any other requests? Carlos, thank you as always. Right, do you feel that you're more confident in your trades now? Let me know your thoughts. Do you feel like really trading every single day? I personally felt that when I was starting, I really wanted to do at least one trade each day. I feel like I'm missing on something if I'm not able to trade. But now that we have tenured in this craft for quite some time, I felt that I really don't have to do it every single day. Because if there's really no attractive position, then 80%, 70 to 80% of the time, you're actually doing nothing in investing and trading. JGS for PJ and smph for Marco. Let me add that. smph. And thanks, Miss J. Okay, Antonietta AC. Alright, so I see new names today. Nice, I like that we're growing. So if this is your first time, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay? By the way, we're doing this every day if this is your first time to our channel. JGS. Did I talk about Dito? Yeah. So JGS now. Okay, JGS, as you can see, we're just doing sideways over here. Do you see that line? Each time it stops right at this area over here, you see a slight bounce happening. So that is where we put our support. So we're very near that area, and I don't recommend to get in right away. Rather, I suggest wait for that confirmation, probably like this one, a green candlestick that will come out to confirm that bounce. So I think what the best way to do that is allow them to trade the entire day, and then before the market closes, that's when you enter. That way you can be really sure that it won't drop at any time of the day anymore, because you're already at the last minute and you already have a clear outlook of this stock bouncing. Does that make sense? So yeah, some people would observe the first 30 minutes. By the way, the first 30 minutes would be the most volatile period in any trading day. As you can see, I was looking at the charts this morning, and I felt, oh, almost all the stocks are really bouncing. They're all green, and only to discover that around in the afternoon before the market closes, it's already a red. Let me go back to PSEI. Let me see. Let's see an hour. May 4. Or where is it? May 6. May 6, 9:30. Oh, it opened here. Yeah, this is probably it. The first hour when I saw it, wow, it's a nice price. So it did this. It increased, but it dropped on the first hour. Okay. Don't worry, Robert. We have not talked about MBT yet. AC is also the request of Antonietta, but I'll add MBT. Geraldo said, I sold half of my GMA7 at 7 today. Oh, that means... So, was it you, Geraldo, who have been requesting GMA7 in the past few days? That means you have been profitable because the climb happened just today. So, if you've been holding on to GMA7, you must have already been... you must have gained a lot today. Alright, so let's see. MBT and ICT for you. Let's check that out. Oh, I already did ICT. Let me see pure gold for you. Okay, let's continue. So where did we stop? So let's check JGS if I think we're done with JGS. Let's go smph. Aw, smph touched your MA20 line, and notice for 1 to 3 days we've been moving below the MA20 line. Therefore, when it touches the MA20, that will act as your resistance. So I don't feel good. You know why? Because this could be your high. First high over here, second high, which is a lower high, and then a lower high. So is it possible that we could have a lower low this time? Yeah. So I'd like to plot the well, you can also look at this level just in case it touches that, but then create a bounce. But let's provision another area as your second line of support here, considering now that we have, if this is indeed your short-term resistance, so this could be a lower high now. So when it touches this, if it does not bounce, then you can have a lower low and challenge this. Okay, but for now, I feel that the next day, tomorrow, first area to monitor is the 29.6. Oh, we're at the hourly chart. Let's see first. Yeah, still the same. We could also bounce at the 29.6, or it could touch this level first. Okay, but overall, it looks it doesn't look good right now because we have been moving below the MA20 line for the past 2 days. So more bearish sentiment that I see now. AC. Okay, I don't like this candlestick. That's a bearish candlestick. And you are right at the uh, resistance level. So we might trigger some, retracements. And first it'll challenge this level, 598. Or, yeah, around that. Okay, 600. So it'll first challenge that before it goes down over here. Okay, 552. Next would be MBT. MBT might continue to trigger a downward movement around this level, because I see this. It might go back here and create some stabilization right there. So this is still considered sideways. Okay, 35.2. What about pure gold? Oh my gosh. Still bearish sentiment. And look at your RSI. So if you have not taken profit yet, consider this. The momentum is dying down for the past how many weeks. Okay, so be extra careful there. You're still at the very near your resistance area. Okay. Dawn, BDO and SMC. I already did BDO. What about SMC? Let's check out SMC. Okay, SMC. Wow, since yesterday. It's not moving. What's your plan here? Still sitting at the support, but we started. It's hard to tell because you know why? This could be a support, and this looks like a hammer sitting at a support area, but I don't feel good because we've crossed the MA20 line below that. So just watch out first. Okay, if we have a green candlestick here engulfing this day's candlestick, then that is a good sign. And we're not 100% sure. Let's really monitor this yet. No significant actions. Still selling sentiment here. And what's scary is if this breaks and continue to move down, then you might have a much lower dip. Hi, Irene Suzuki. Okay, Globe, Bloom, and Tech. Let me add that. Is this your first time in our live? Let me check that for you. Globe. Okay, so Globe over here also showing some signs of weakness, and you might trigger some more declines. May 13. Hey, let's watch out for this one. May 13 X date. If you're after the dividend. So we were trying to play around with the possible revenue if you're just going to focus on dividend yesterday. And it looks like this stock gives out dividend on a quarterly basis. November, December, January, February. Yeah, averaging at 25. So if you have 25 times 4, 100 divided by, let's say you get that around 2,200. That will give you a gain just for dividend alone. 4.5% increase or payout of whatever you have invested. Yeah. Okay. So this could be a sign of weakness, and then it might possibly drop up to this level. So sometimes you have to choose. You know that there will be a possible, so there's an X date here. So what you can do here is that before May 13, just see where the position is, and if the chart is in your favor, then you can enter. But if you know it's already at a resistance area, I still don't recommend. Okay, if you're just trading it. The next possible support here, because we have a sign of weakness, it might revisit your 2095 level. Next one would be Bloom. Oh, Bloom, it's triggering your lower band, guys. So be extra careful. I feel that it will do a double bottom. It might revisit the 4.31 again. This is not a good candlestick when we see this triggering the lower band. Okay, first of all, let's check this level, because this could act as your resistance and might create a brand new support there. So first area to monitor would be 4.90 and then 4.31. Okay, the next is Tech. Tech is, yeah, let's see if it will break this. Okay, of course this is MA20. There's a possibility that we have a bounce there, but if that breaks, then next possible drop would be right at this level, 7.14. The reason why we plotted it there is because, or 7.18, that's because of this and this. Okay, however, this area, because that's your MA20, at the same time you see this, I also see consolidation here. That is why we're plotting it in those areas. So two areas to watch out for, 7.95 and then 7.18. Oh, okay. Yep. No, I used to watch your channel, Miss JD. Thank you for watching us again. And yep, please continue to watch your daily insights, guys. If there are no other requests, are you sure you don't have any other requests? If not, well, if you have not subscribed yet, please just hit the subscribe. I'm so happy, guys. It's all because of you. As you notice, our community has grown bigger. We're now at 1,020. The last time I checked before our live, we now have 1,020 people in our community here in our mini channel. And yeah, if you can share this to your friends, your Facebook wall, or your groups, that will really help us a lot. And if you also hit the like, our YouTube will notice our video and then it will share to everyone. In the meantime, if you don't have any other requests, you guys have a good night and stay safe always. And let's catch up again tomorrow. I hope I will be early. Wow, last minute meeting around 11:30. Amazing. So yeah, you take care, okay? Bye bye for now.